I was hitting the ball straight. It was beautiful. I was hitting my 8-irons and my 7. Everything was great. It was just like nice little crisp little draws. Everything was fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought, shit, finally it's come together. This is great.
Yeah.
I get out there Tuesday, with some guys, thinking, oh, I'm gonna have a freaking great day. Oh, it was terrible.
Okay, so to me, I mean, just with the conversation that we're kind of having here, and see if I'm right or wrong, when we're out there practicing, we were just kind of focused on our feels, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When we got out there with our buddies to play, we probably transformed that from feel to performance, right?
Yeah, but remember, Monday I played.
Oh, you played. Okay, I thought you were just
I did driving range. It was great.
Okay.
Went to play. It was great.
Okay.
It was great. It was beautiful. It was fantastic. I was so stoked.
Yeah.
And got out there on Tuesday, went to the driving range, pull hook, shit, what's going on? Tried to fix it. Got out there to play with my buddies, and it was terrible.
Okay.
So that was 24 hours of bliss to crap. And I was really pissed.
Welcome to the game of golf.
Well, I was trying to, trust me, I was saying the same things.
So I think you kind of understand now when you see those guys on tour when they go shoot 62 and then it's a 74, right? The next day, it's tough to follow up a good round with another good round, right? So it's tough, right? But that's where we got to get to the consistency part.
Yeah, and I suspect that they when they have their caddy with them, they can sit there and go, hey, you're coming over the top a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And they know how to fix that because they've been doing it for so long. I don't have any of that, so I'm trying to figure out what's that thing. What's the thing that I'm doing that really gets me that pull hook versus, look, Mike, this is how you can fix that. This is how you can temporarily, or at least fix it on what's the one swing thought that may help me get out of it. Not guaranteed, but help me get out of it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to figure
So,
out.
big thing is, what club do we have there?
7.
7. The big thing is that we're going to first take a look at the path.
Yeah.
Right? Make sure that we're not getting over the top or getting too quick. Right? And the other thing is what we're kind of doing with the face angle on the way back. Right? Because I know we have kind of a tendency, right? So kind of move that thing back for me. Right? That's probably a little too shut. Okay? So we probably want it, a little bit more like this.
Okay.
Okay? So if I get like this, I'm going to have a real shut club face at the top. Okay, and that's something that I know we've discussed quite a bit before because I think you had the concept.
So it should be more like that?
Right, so yeah. So I want you to kind of have the idea, and we'll not worry about the face so much, right? But I want to have the feeling, right, if I got here, you could shake my hand.
Okay.
Okay, I guarantee you, I'm going to have a tough time shaking your hand there. Does that make sense? So I want to feel like I can shake hands here and then shake hands over here.
I've definitely heard that instant. So when I'm taking it back, the setup. So the last time we talked about don't do that. Don't let's get a straight line back with your hands. Point this thing at here.
Yeah, there you go. Good. Okay, I can shake your hand there, right? See that we've put some loft on the face. Now it's matching up with your spine. But if I get here, just there, right, I've really got that thing closed. Okay? And that can lead to a couple things, right? A really closed club face, or if I want to try to match that up, I get over the top and I really get that pull hook. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so allow that face to rotate open just a little bit. There you go. Yep. Yep, there you go. Okay. Okay, let's hit a few balls. Just try to focus on that. All I want you to focus on is just shaking hands with somebody on the other side. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Right? Have that visual in your mind and see how that helps with us and tell me what that feels like for you, okay?
I tell you, some of the stuff I was hitting on Monday were some of the best shots I hit in my freaking entire life.
That's great.
I mean, they were just, I was so stoked. Monday night, I was like, this is freaking great. It was crisp draws. I mean, they weren't hooked. They were beautiful. I got up there and I swung and I went. I walked. I played 9 holes in 55 minutes. That's how well I played.
Wow.
It was like, this is great.
Just cruising along. I love that.
Just cruising along. It was fantastic. Everything was down the middle, on two putt. It was wonderful. It was like I was like in Nirvana. Great. Then Tuesday came.
of warming up.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't try to go full boat.
That one felt pretty good. That was a lot of that. Just a little baby draw. Felt like I had a lot of control.
Good. Let's move it up in our stance just a smidge. There you go. Good. Shake hands. Shake hands. Is that kind of more?
Look, it's back.
Okay. Good.
And you can tell. I mean, I'm telling you anything you don't already know, but man, as soon as I impact that ball, I know. About there?
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. So the only thing that I kind of see as far as what our setup is I think you may have been starting to get the ball creeping back in our setup a little bit, right? So it's kind of one of those things, the more the ball's back, the more I got to go back to go get it, and then stuff gets wonky with the face, right? So making sure that we have that just up of center, especially with the 7-iron, allows us to release those hands and give us time to turn.
Okay. So I do a lot of just visual measurement off of my feet.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get into the ball, I wasn't doing any of that, but typically, when I've gotten pretty religious about doing this
Good. That's great.
and this. Now what I'm going to do next after I set the club is I'm going to put this right in my fingers. There's a spine that runs down the back here.
Mm-hmm.
I put it right in my fingers, end of my fingers. I make sure it's in my fingers on my left and right hand.
Okay, good.
Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that line down from the ball, which now we have the measuring stick. So to me, hands are slightly ahead of the measuring of the stick,
Mm-hmm.
but the ball looks like about maybe 2.5 inches off my heel.
I would go with that. Yep.
Okay, so
Okay.
so that basically when I get up, my pre-shot routine is exactly that. Faster than that, but exactly that.
Okay. But I think the big thing.
Yeah, okay.
The big thing needs to be is that I think we need to practice with an alignment rod so we get that visual every time.
Yeah.
And because if we don't have that visual, it's very easy for that ball to start creeping back where it feels comfortable. Does that make
Gotcha.
sense?
Yeah, and I will make sure that happens.
All right, and I think probably a week's worth of practice with the alignment rod like this will start to get our visuals in a much better position.
Yeah. So I want to be able to do. Basically want to be able to do this. I want to be able to. I'm going to pick a spot out usually about right there.
Good.
So I'm going to put my club back here, and I want to take. Basically, I want to be here. I want to take this step and this step.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I got a little bit closed.
Yeah.
Then the last thing I do, I check my hands, and I pull this shoulder back.
Looking good.
That's pretty much what I do. Try to do every time. And there, that's I got that one.
Okay.
So my head immediately goes to, did I move my head forward? I think I did that time.
So here's the big thing I see, at least from what I see, okay? And you went pretty quick, which is good, okay? Low point is a little bit ahead of what the 7-iron is. So not with seeing the video, I would suggest, yes, we got the head probably a little bit too far forward. The other thing is I see that the face angle is at 7 degrees. Our path is good, okay? You're swinging out on the right path, okay?
But
it's
seven shut.
7 degrees shut, right? So that tells me that we might have taken the club back closed, right? We probably got away from handshake, right? There you go. Let's go with handshake now. That's okay. Give me a couple more here and we'll take a look on video, okay? Yeah. Feel like you're going to shake hands with somebody on that back end. There you go.
That's better. A little better.
Okay. Face angle was a little wonky on that one, which is good.
Quite as close.
All right. We do want it closed. We want the path to be, you know, to the right, face to be left. We just don't want to get those things to match up just as good as we can.
That was better. Yeah.
It's okay. Shake hands, shake hands.
That was fat.
Let's take a look at that guy. Okay. All right. Let's see. So one thing I just kind of see here just a little bit is it looks like we maybe, it looks to me like you're a little bunched up.
Yeah,
You feel that way?
I was gonna ask you though, am I too close to the ball?
I think you are. I'd like to kind of see the arms kind of hanging off the shoulders a little bit more naturally. They seem like it's kind of everything's all in here a little bit. Okay, so that would be the first thing I kind of visually see here as we kind of start just a little bit. Okay. It's just a little bit ahead. I think we've got a little bit of a lateral slide coming into impact.
Yeah. Like half my body.
You see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the time he gets there, his hip is going behind him, and I'm still, my hip's still ahead of my left hip's still ahead of my right hip.
Correct.
Correct. His right hip. By the time he gets that club halfway down, his right hip, his left hip is now moving behind him,
Away.
and I'm not.
No. So that tells me that we've got to work on, there's got to be some lower body, you know, turn right there, right?
As opposed to this, I gotta go.
Yes.
I gotta get, instead of the slide, I gotta open, maybe just kind of replace it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So let me kind of demonstrate one thing here for you. So, and this may take a little bit, right? But I want to kind of have the feeling as I get here that I feel like my leg here is going back.
Yeah, we've talked about that. That is a tough thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to say it's easy, right? But what we can definitely see is you get here and you're slide, and we're here, right? And then
Yeah.
if you flip at the bottom,
It's almost like I'm fighting to stay back. My head, it's like I'm fighting my head to stay back, but my butt's getting this way.
Mhm.
It's almost like I'm going like this,
Yeah, we just need to get
as
that
opposed
hip
to
turn.
going like this.
Yes, that's more the feeling. You
Okay.
feel that chest really opening up and
Yeah.
rotating for us a little bit. Now I think part of that is that that's our start too, is that we're really cramped in here like
Yeah.
this. If I can get you to feel like you're standing a little bit taller, it's going to be a lot easier for me to rotate than it is down here. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
yeah.
Because here then I've got to kind of slide to make sure I get
Yeah.
Does that make sense
Get
a little
out of
bit?
the way. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
so if you kind of look at me here real quick, standing on up over here, And if I had a little something right here, we'll put a little something right here for us. We just want to feel like we're here. We can bump into it a little bit, and then I want to turn off that wall.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So here, there.
Okay.
Okay? So let me grab this guy right here. So let me kind of, hold on a sec there, Mike.
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and set up for me. All right, so you see where this little device is at right there? Okay. We want to try to just give you some small swings. Don't care where it goes, but I want us to feel like we're turning inside of that. We can kind of go up to it and then turn inside of it. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's do it without a ball. Let's try to go without a ball. Okay. Club across our chest. There we go. All right, give me a turn back. Okay, so as you come on over here, all right, bump into that, and then turn. There you go. You feel that?
Actually, I didn't feel it at all. I don't feel the thing.
No, we want to stay inside of that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good. There, turn inside of that. There you go. Okay, feel how that left hip is moving up and back for us. Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
You'll
So
physically be able to do it, yeah.
I don't want to hit full swing here. I just want to kind of get a small swing and feel that hip moving, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fine. Once again. It's fine. Right, feeling like we're standing tall, right, like we kind of talked about, right? There you go, good, I like that. It's going to be easier for us to turn and rotate. Let's take a look at that guy real quick and see how we're doing, okay? See if we're making some changes. Okay.
Still walking into it.
That's okay, right? You can see that JT's bumping into it, right? But now you're starting to work it back away from there. Does that make sense? Okay. Instead of sliding on into it. This will probably be a big thing to help you with your driver too. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to kind of work on this real quick. So go ahead and set up again real quick for me. Don't worry about a ball. Okay. And we're just going to try to get a good feel for everything. Kind of bring it back here. Good. Good. There we go. Left arm parallel to the ground right there. That's all
Yep.
we're going to go right there.
Yep.
Now kind of swing down and through and get our hip to move back away from that line as we come through. Good. Again. Good. Down and through. There you go. Okay? One more time. Good. Can you tell me what you're feeling, Mike?
I feel like I'm coming from the outside.
Okay. You know why that is?
No.
Because now your chest is rotating open.
Okay.
Okay, instead of just sliding through impact, now you've got to rotate your chest and hips. So now you feel the club being out in front of you.
Okay, but it feels like my path is now this way.
We'll see what that is, but I would say that it's probably not. Okay? Right? But what were we struggling with, right? We were struggling with that left, right?
Right.
Okay? Good. So if I gave you any feeling where you're swinging out over here, it would feel like it's over the top probably. Does that make sense? Or out and away from us.
If say it again.
So you're probably so used to swinging left, okay? Now that I've got you swinging more to the right, it feels like you're going out and away from
it
over
does.
the top, right?
It
Okay,
does.
good. Mm-hmm. Do that one more time for me. I'm going to videotape it down the line here. Okay, and we'll take a look. One more time for me. Good. Look. So if you look, you see how the shaft's coming right along your right forearm now? It's kind of blurry. That's more of the inside path that we want to be. Right? So that's not over the top, just so you know.
Oh, sure feels it. Okay.
Right? It, feel versus real, right?
Well, yeah, no, I got you.
I know. Right? But you're probably so used to swinging to the inside a little bit, right? Now that we're getting our chest and hips to open up, right? There you go. Good.
So turn has to be fast.
Okay.
Turn has to be fast.
It does. We want to make sure those hips are turning, right?
Fast.
You know, yeah. You know, that's where you're going to get, you know, not that you get all your speed from it, but you get that last little zip by making sure that you turn and get that hip out of the way, right? And that's going to get our weight shooting back.
I think what I was part of what I think the slide is important because I think I was working on, you know, getting this to turn, but I'll bet what happened was those sliding. Then I was standing like up.
Yes.
And then of course it would go.
Correct.
Because it already slid.
Yes. Well, you've already got your head, you know, across the blind. Everything's there, and then really all you're doing is if you're gonna manipulate the face somehow. You know that you need to manipulate the face.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So that's probably where we're at right there. So
that's cool. I mean, that's cool. I get that completely. If I now my thought is if I can eliminate the slide and feel more like my hip is just coming this way as opposed to this way.
Yes.
Because that's what I saw is that when his club was here, he was here. When this club was here with me, I was still here.
Yeah.
I didn't open up until I was here.
Right.
And therefore, the club path had no choice but to go there.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
love
And
it.
the other part you could definitely see is that your angle of attack on the other one, you had it like 8 inches ahead.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, I don't mind if it's 6 to 5, that's pretty good. But once we start to get ahead of that, that tells me that we're really getting that left shoulder down, getting
Yeah.
that head in front, and we're kind of allowing this to go instead of kind of having that last little zip with our hands, kind of throwing our hands down at the ball a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I knew it was, I just didn't know what it was, but I knew it was something I had gotten into my swing.
Okay.
But chances are, Monday was just an aberration of just good timing, I think.
All right, so all we're going to work on is just getting left arm parallel to the ground, okay? And we're going to just kind of swing softly and just kind of work on that hip rotating, turning through, okay? Good. That's all I want to feel right now. Okay? And then we're going to take a look on video. Good. Much better. Okay. Just kind of work on that for a few minutes, okay? Feel your chest is opening up and rotating through there?
Yeah, I'm really focusing on this hip. I'm
That's
trying
fine.
to get it behind me
Yeah.
really fast. I think the chest is kind of taking care of itself.
Correct.
I'm not really focusing on the chest too much.
That's
because
fine.
I think it does that all its own.
That's fine. Much better. Good. And it starts to slow down your face angle and your path a little bit, starts to get you better. Good.
I thought I was going to take my buddy's money this week. I was
Next week, man, next week.
I was really stoked about it.
It's okay, doing good.
I'm ready for you now.
All right. Okay.
I haven't told any of them I'm taking lessons though. No offense.
No, hey, no problem. Everybody's got to have their secret weapon, right? Some thinking going on right there,
Oh,
right?
yeah. I broke my concentration when I said no offense.
All right. Much better. Good work right there.
It is interesting.
Just take a look, see how we're doing here, okay? Much better than what we saw before. So you see how when your left hip starts to turn out, you really get your arms extended out in front of you, right? Everything's now kind of moving up, right? Body's kind of moving up and out of that position, right?
So I noticed that this guy, when he's coming through, his head is really right there. His hips out of the way. Now his head, looks like he's really super behind the line.
Yes.
You know, I mean, he looks. I don't know if I can get there or not.
Well, but the thing is, if I kind of did this to you, right? So kind of go, right? Come on down and through. Turn. Okay. That's more the position that he's in right there.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. He's like, if you look aligned, you look like he's like looking down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we do want to keep our head behind the ball. Okay. We want to kind of, as I was always taught, kind of keep that head on the line. Right, I don't want to sway too far off, but I don't want to get too far ahead too, right? But as I get here and I release, my arms are going to kind of go forward, my head's going to go back a little bit, but that's where I'm going to kind of be head behind the ball.
Yeah, and that's what I was looking at his head. He does that obviously really well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I looks like as I'm coming through, I'm kind of going like that.
Yes.
He's like this.
Yes. So that's, the more I can kind of get your head to kind of go back, that left hip kind of goes back and away. Does that make sense a little bit? But that body's going to follow that head. So if the head keeps going this way, then we're going to continue to slide a little bit.
Yeah, I get you. And I can absolutely see that.
Right. So a drill that I've seen done quite a bit and had it done as a kid, right, is the old thing where I'd kind of get up against the wall, right, just like this, right, and I would swing, right, trying to keep my head close to that wall but not on it, and then
and I do that. I do that at the house.
Yeah.
I do that at the house,
Okay.
but I don't have a wall with me on the golf course.
I know, but we got to have that sense of imagination, right? That's the big thing, that sense of imagination.
I understand. But I think that other things have got me out of position that don't allow me to do that, which is what we're working on today.
Give me a little bit of feeling that you're swinging out towards the second baseman for me, okay?
How much should I feel my elbow when I'm up here come this way? My back elbow.
Just where it feels like it's kind of tucked to our side, but we don't want to have it where it gets stuck behind us, and we don't want to get too much of this going on where it kind of gets stuck in our side a little bit. We want to have some space right there. So, one thing that you can kind of do to get a good feel for that, Mike, is get your right arm down just as so, get your left arm hook around there, just like that, and then feel your left arm kind of pull you through here, and that's going to be where it's going to be at. Okay, so
do it again.
Left arm dangling down, or right arm dangling down, left arm going to go right behind here, hook it. There you go. Now let's just kind of turn that thing on up. Yep. And then just kind of feel that. There you go. Right, so if I kind of got you, get that just a little bit right there. There you go. Right, if I said, hey, we got to throw a ball, right, you'd lead with your elbow, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I'm not going like this. I'm going like it's more out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, it was a question I had because, I didn't know if I was getting too chicken wingy.
No, I'm not seeing that in the video per se. I'll look down the line here, but I think we're doing okay right there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Remember, we're shaking hands, shaking hands. All right. Keeping that locked on the face. Good. Good. Is it starting to make sense? How's it
Yeah,
feeling?
yeah. I just want to. I wanted to. We'll see how it translates to a full swing, but sort of the proof is in the pudding there.
Mhm. Give me one more, give me a good feel like that. Swing it out towards that second baseman. Good job. Good work. Let's take a look at that guy. How did that one feel for you?
Better, good, pretty good.
Okay, starting to get a concept of
Yeah.
that hip turn a little bit?
Yeah. So I felt like that one, my head was a little bit better that time.
Yeah, much better. All right, see how you're still in the hub right there? Really good. He drops down a little bit, and that's fine. But you're keeping your head in that hub now. All right, and then we come on through.
Good. Okay. Can we start off from the beginning again? I want to see something on him versus me. Go start me from the beginning.
That
Start,
it?
yeah, start me from the beginning too. I mean, it looks like his shoulders are so, his shoulder is so pointed down, and mine's more like a propeller.
Well, remember, we're only going left arm parallel. Okay?
Yeah,
So you're not getting a full shoulder turn.
yeah.
Okay?
It still feels like my shoulder is way up. My front shoulder, even with him, look at right there. Go move him back to parallel. Where it's from right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah, I guess I'm, okay.
Right now, if we went with a full swing, yes, the left shoulder should feel like it's kind of going, the feeling is going over our right foot.
Yeah.
Does that
down,
make sense?
Down into my right foot, right?
Yep, yep. Not too much though. We don't want to get this crinkle into our side here, right? So I don't want to get down where I start doing this, okay? I don't want to start doing this,
Right.
right? Where I start to get, then I've got too much lateral side bend, then I have to pop up to get out of it, right? But it's going to be kind of as I get here, right? If I put a, let me kind of do this real quick. So if I put just an object right there, kind of put something right here. I just want to feel like I'm getting this behind that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And that would be a full turn. Okay. Right now we're going left arm parallel. So you see where I'm at?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be really behind that per se
Yeah. Okay.
at this point right now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But doing a much better job of getting rid of the hip slide. Now, as you can see with JT, right? He's going to bump into it.
Yep.
Right? There's that lateral shift into it, which is all natural and fine. But then once we get up against that wall, we need to start turning, right?
And it looks like I'm doing the same thing
Yep.
because I'm coming into it. Now I'm turning away from it.
Correct. Right? Where we could see before, you would just keep sliding
So
off
should
here.
I notice his legs straight, mine's still bent.
Yeah. You need
I need to straighten that out.
That's going to help with your rotational turn. Okay, so it's got to have that feeling, right? Like we kind of talked about, right? with that left leg, it's got to feel like it's doing this. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right? And what you get when you do that is what they call parabolic acceleration. Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta see that. I gotta see that because it looks like I'm just like really noodly in there. You know, it's like
Yeah.
a wet noodle.
So here, let me jump on in there real quick and I'll kind of show you here. So it's going to kind of have this kind of connotation or this feel. Okay, if I got here, right, it's going to kind of have this feeling. See how I'm extending up, right? It's almost like I'm about to do a jump,
Yeah.
right? If I do that, okay, it gets my hip out of the way. I'm not going to jump and do this,
Right.
right? So if I got here, just like this, and then, right, you see how that works off right there?
Should I feel like I'm jumping back a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would say just a little bit.
Just
We don't
a
want to
little-
fall
not
back
a
on
lot,
our right
but
side,
yeah.
right? But we do want to have that leg feel like it's getting extended, coming through, right? That hip's really going to move back away from me. My right leg's going to
Yeah.
kind of move my weight through. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Right?
Makes
But
sense, yeah.
it's definitely one of those things if I kind of did this here, right? So it'd be kind of one of these, right? This is what they kind of talk about. It's like this, and then this is my rotation.
Yeah, you did that last time. I was pretty impressed.
Okay. Right, but that's kind of the feeling we need to have. So you're right about the leg, right? We don't want to have it too soft as we come through. Right, but now those hands start rotating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right, don't try to hold that angle too much, okay? Because we want to make sure that we feel like we're throwing that club into the, yeah, there you go. Good. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Give it a small swing here, okay? Left arm parallel to the ground, just give me a small swing. Good. Okay. Feel where the weight's going with your foot now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. I'll come on back to the screen. Now that I think that you're getting somewhat of a feel for it. All right. Let's try to get that another swing. Yep.
I didn't hit that time.
That's okay. Let's take a look at him real quick. I think you may be surprised. Okay, much better job with the left leg, right? It's not so far bent as it's coming through.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and look how much quicker your hip was able to get inside that line now.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, big guy?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
Try
just give
some
me a
full
couple.
swings.
Yeah.
See if we can't make this into a. See what the fruits of our labor is here. Missed it completely.
So we're getting off the toe.
Okay.
That's what I would assume right there, since that's the least part that's covered.
Still?
Okay, for our next magic trick. Let's try it one more time. Does it show anything on there?
Nope.
Okay. Do me just a little bit of a favor. Move it back just a scotch in our setup, okay?
Low.
Low? This real quick. Go ahead, set up for me, big guy. This one down the line here.
Still low.
Register for whatever reason. Let's give it another chance. Closer. Stop tracing it. Give me another swing there, my man. Probably help you got the bag out of the way.
Gosh.
Okay. So we're hitting it off the bottom of the club, which to me usually indicates a little bit of some early extension. I just want to see how we're doing, see how our hand cut is.
That is just not turning at all.
No, right?
That is just not, I mean, look at him, he's getting, I understand who he is, but I get it, but I think I'm turning it, and it is not turning at all.
Right. So, you know, and the big thing is that you moved off the wall here,
Yeah.
right? And what has to happen for you to stay into the posture is you've got to stand up, right? So if you kind of see where your lateral side bend is here, right, and as you come, you see how your chest is extended. Now you're just kind of throwing your arms a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this, okay? Okay. Take the club, let's put it against our waist, just as so. Okay. I want to feel it push back, right? And then I want to feel this push back again. There. Now push that club against your hip.
Which one?
Right here, as you go forward, right? Feel that there, right? And then this guy is going to push that hip back. There you go. Here, why don't you use this guy since it's a little bit sturdier. Okay? All right? But here, right? You feel that right hip turn back just a little bit, right? And then as I come through, feel that club opening and keeping that hip. Yes. All right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You feel what that hip's doing now?
Oh yeah, I can feel it. I just got to make it do it when I'm swinging the club.
Okay.
You know, it's like, how come you don't do it when you're swinging the club? Why am I stuck there? I'm here. I need to be here.
And so, at this point, there you go. Okay, don't try to hold that angle too long. Okay? And down and through, let that right side come through for you. All the way, right beyond the toe. There you go. Okay? All right, feel how that hip's turning inside of that thing? Okay, small swing. All right? Release that club. Don't try to hold the angle too long, because at this point, we're going to be here. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Give me a small swing. Okay? Try to put those heels together, okay? Fine. Okay? Much better. Give me one more. Keep Keep that feel, okay, right? Feel that hip moving back behind you, right? Rotate in and out of the way. Yep, yep. There we go. Good. Give it a small swing. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, a lot more turn with the hip. You see that now?
Yeah. More.
Okay. More hip, yeah. Now we're getting that left hip out of the way, right, and staying back. Now I kind of do this real quick. Now I'll just put a little line near our keister. All right. The hip is trying to get closer to that line now.
Yeah.
Okay? But we got to have that feeling, right? If I were up against a wall, okay, I want to have that feeling like there's glass plates behind me, right? I'm going to smash through this glass, and then as I come through, I want to feel like I'm smashing that glass.
Yeah.
Get your rear end up against there, right? And standing tall is going to help you the most with this, okay? That's going to give us the most rotation. There you go. Okay? Yep. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm.
What about the feeling of sitting in a chair and kind of getting that ground feel, you know?
I mean, that's what we're going to kind of go with the backswing a little bit, and we're going to kind of feel that squat as we come down here, but we've got to get out of that squat and rotate and turn up, right? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. There you go. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes sense, yeah.
Okay. You feel the difference of what your body's doing there?
Yep, definitely feel the difference.
All right. All right, just a small swing. All right, feel yourself up against that wall. All right, just a small swing. Use that feel. Better. Mm-hmm. that sounded pretty good right there.
Yeah, 1.
That's fine. It starts with 1.
Yeah, nice. You're a
Okay.
good coach. Starts with 1.
It starts with 1. Okay? But now we're getting a little bit more of the face and not the bottom of the club, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Give me a little bit fuller swing here. Let's kind of see how we do here, okay? Don't rush it. Just a little bit more bigger turn.
I feel like I'm striking the ball, but it's still not going where it's supposed
Yeah,
to. Needs to
it's
go.
okay. I'm going to work on that here in just a sec for you, okay? Okay. I like where our attack angle is, okay? So it tells me our head's not getting so far ahead, okay? Getting to a good spot right there, okay? Path is out to the right, which is good. Face is a little close to what the path, the face of the path is just 6 degrees closed. So what we're gonna kind of figure out here just for a sec, okay? Go ahead and get into your little box there that we've got. Don't worry about the ball. Okay. I'm gonna do it here, okay? And what you're gonna kind of do is you're gonna get the heel of the club into the bag.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? Yep, yep. So what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna do the opposite, right? And what we're gonna try to see is get more fades and then start bringing it back, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Mm-hmm.
Full swing? Or just
Just kind of just get a feel like left arm parallel to the ground, right? And just feel like you're getting the heel into the bag. Good. Okay. Once again. All right. Heel into the bag for me. Good. Once again. Heel into the bag. Good. Okay, so did good.
But I feel like what's happening on those last two, I feel like by the time I hit the club, the ball, the bag, my toe was over my heel.
You mean on the ones that you were just doing right there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I felt that.
Okay.
When I felt that, I felt like it was like this at impact. I tried to do this, but it turned out to be that.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay.
What we're just trying to do is we're just trying to get that face to stay open a
Yeah.
little bit more,
Yeah.
right? Instead of having too much aggression into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay. Good.
Absolutely makes sense.
So for the next couple swings here, right? Let's just get left arm parallel, right? Feel like we're keeping that you know, heel a little bit more leading through, right, instead of the toe taking over. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Better.
Almost feel like when you do that, you got to turn it over harder.
Right?
You know, in order to, because I'm afraid it was going to go like into your into your thing right there.
Gotcha. Okay, but just trying to get more face control, right? Does that make sense?
Like that, right?
Yeah. Feel versus real. You're gonna close at the bottom what it is, but we don't need it so excessively closed. See how we're getting that face angle closer to 0?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. We don't really want to go more than 2 or 3 with the face on one side or the other, okay? There we go. There we go. Good job with the face right there. You see where we're at?
I love it. It's beautiful.
Perfect. Okay.
It's beautiful. It's all day long beautiful.
Good job. Okay. Good work. All right. Got a little quick in the
Not so
bottom.
good.
Right?
Okay. Let's see. This okay. I know what that felt like. So let's see if we can fix that right here.
Okay. Good.
Better. Great.
Give me 2 more here, and then I'm going to give you a face location drill, so you really have a little way to practice. Remember, we're trying to control the face, so we did a good job there. It wasn't the result we wanted on the screen, all right? But the face is much better than what we need.
That one felt really good.
There you go. There we go. That was really good.
That was wonderful.
So let me give you a little drill here to kind of have you kind of work on where your face is, okay? This is a very simple and easy drill. So we've got a 7?
Yep.
Correct, good. All right, so this is pretty much the club that we want to use, 7 or 8 iron, okay, for this drill. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our heels pretty close together, feet splayed out, okay, just as so. All right, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to let the club swing. Okay, watch what I kind of do here, just like this. Okay. This will give you a great awareness of where the face is at impact. Okay, because what we've done is we've taken out the lower body, and now we're just utilizing the tool the way that it needs to be used. Does that make sense? Okay, so as I get just like this, okay, here, and all I'm doing is taking it up to, you know, just about here, just a small wrist hinge, okay, and a small wrist hinge, okay. Okay. You'll start to really feel the center of the face, and you'll notice that you don't need a lot of body movement to get that ball to go.
Right.
Right? I hit that 93 yards with a smash factor of 1.44, and I took that to here.
Mhm.
I had a low point of 6.2 ahead, which is good. I'm looking at the screen right behind you.
Mhm.
Okay, that one was really good. I can tell. Okay, so I'm going to take this bad boy off for us. All right. We're going to do this. So there we go. That's that club face, please. Okay, so heels kind of close together, feet splayed out like a duck, heels a little bit closer than that. There you go, good. All right, and then just kind of swing the club. Yep. Yep. Right, feel the momentum of that club passing by you. There you go. Heels close together. There you go. Feet splayed out. Very good. Good. Feet together, right? Feet splayed out. Very good. Just let the club swing. Together, good. Feet splayed out. You splay those feet out even more. Feel like a duck. There you go, good. All right, so let's just take a look at that guy real quick for a sec. For a 7-iron that we're just hitting to about to our hip high, right? We got 110 yards out of that. Really good for basically a no-hit shot, right? Our path has calmed down to about 2.3, so it's just slightly out to the right, which is good. Our face angle is just slightly closed. So we're starting to get a feel for where things need to be when we take our body out of it. Does that make sense? Okay? So this is something that we need to kind of work on quite a bit, but you can start to see that we're hitting it down the center. And what you should start feeling is a little bit of that click off the face. Are you feeling that a little bit? Right?
Like the last one I had
Mm-hmm.
before we did this drill.
Yeah.
The very last one,
Mhm.
that's like the perfect feel.
Okay.
Same as this one I just hit right there. Very similar.
Right? And now what you're feeling is the center of the face.
Yeah.
Right? That's the big thing for us, right? Not having the face try to close or open or try to manipulate the face. Now we're just allowing that club to swing past us like it's supposed to.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
All right.
Sure does.
Give me a couple more right there and try to hone in on that feel a little bit. That tempo too, right? Path was a little bit too far out the right, a little bit too much of a hit with that one, okay? Just let the club swing. Okay, heels close together. There we go, feet splayed out. There you go, perfect. Just let the club work. See if we got anybody coming in behind us here. Okay, good. That's okay.
So I noticed it. I'm still hitting a lot of them over here.
On the toe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that probably means that we're probably face flipping just a little bit. Where we go?
I think that was a little more in the center, a little long.
A little bit, yep. Okay. Do me a favor, set up for me. Okay. Good. Okay. Good.
Yeah, still up there.
Still on the
Still off
toe?
yeah.
Okay.
Path is that way, face angle's that way.
Path was out to the right, face was closed. Okay. Line it up closer to the heel for me then. Okay. Good.
I think that was closer to the center.
Okay. Good. All right. Feel like that's lining up a little bit closer to the heel, the inside part. Okay, good.
Poof.
Face angle was open there finally. That's good.
I think it was because they hit the ground first.
Well,
Don't
yeah,
get too
you're kind
excited.
of close. You're kind of close to the being before. That's good. Okay.
Definitely toe that time.
Felt it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel pretty easily with that.
I'm going to do this real quick. Go ahead, set up for me. So, yeah. Good. Set up like that for me. Okay. Where'd we get on the face?
In the center, but in the bottom.
Okay, so that's better. Okay, so let's have that face feel like it's open to us. Yeah, yeah, good, good. Yeah, there we go, good.
That's better. That's coming along.
Okay, so what you kind of do, right, idiosyncrasy that you kind of have, is that you get this here, right, and then what you do just before you move that thing back is you go like this.
Someone said that the other day to me. They said, you know, you move your, right before you take your backswing, you
Close the club face.
and I
right?
wonder if it's because a habit that when I grip.
Yeah, we don't
Like
want
I
that.
said, I know, but I have a habit. When I set up, I look great. Right before I go,
Mm-hmm.
I do that.
And that's what I'm seeing down here at the bottom is that toe is closing ever so slightly at the bottom. And if I close it, what's going to be leading?
The toe.
What are we hitting?
The toe.
Right? And that's why we're getting that big toey miss to the left. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes great sense. I don't know if I'm ever going to fix that habit because you know that whole holding the bird thing. I have tried, but you know when you're in the heat of the battle,
Mm-hmm.
you know keeping a light grip is really tough to do.
Who said to keep it? I never said that, did
No,
I?
no, you didn't. It's kind of like a thing. Yeah, no, you never said that. You never said that. I'm not saying you did.
So here's the thing.
So, but when I get here, I think I'm great right here.
Mhm.
But I feel like I'm holding it as hard as I want to hold it right now.
Okay. From a scale of 1 to 10, what is it?
A 5 maybe.
Make it a 7. Open it up and feel a 7 in your hands. Good. How did that feel for us?
Pretty strong.
Okay, so here's a little something I want to talk to you about that real quick, right? Okay, the old saying, hold it light like you could hold a bird.
Without killing it, right?
Crap. Okay? If
Okay.
you look at Bryson DeChambeau, that bird's dead.
Yeah.
Right? If you looked at Tiger, that bird's dead.
Okay.
Right? So that might be part of the reason why the face is flipping so much on us, is that we have gotten into our mind that we need to have a very soft grip, and we don't have the control.
And an impact, I'm like all gripping hard, and as soon as
that's
I
what's-
grip it goes closed.
Correct. So I'd rather you have a grip at about 7. Okay, so we've got that, because when we start to get even more and more up in the clubs, like a 5 or something, I've really got to hold that thing. That face is moving at 100 miles an hour plus, right? I don't want to have that soft.
Yeah.
Right. So I would definitely go with the idea. I want your grip to be about 7.
Okay.
Right there. I wouldn't go to the 8 or 9 realm, but I would definitely get off the 5 train. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Okay, good. So give yourself a good strong grip there. Okay, it's not going to hurt you. And that's going to give you more face control. Okay. How does that feel as far as control?
Oh yeah, no, it feels like I've got a lot more control of the club. I'm not trying to let I don't know.
Good.
I-
Let's just go with a stronger grip. Number 7 on the scale. Number 7. That's all
I'm
right.
focusing on my grip.
That's fine. But here's the big thing. Look, even with a bad shot, we're closer to 0, right?
Yeah.
I think we're on the right path there, Mike. Okay, as far as that's concerned with the face angle.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I know we got to go. I've spent a lot of your time. I appreciate
You're good.
it.
You're good. Let's.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Much better.
Nice
Much
job,
better.
sir.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. No problem. Anytime. I think just having a conversation with you about the grip and what I see down there is going to be more the big part of what we're trying to focus on. I know
Yeah.
we had a lot of stuff on the other side with the hip and all that, but I think just having a conversation with you about the grip strength that we need to have,
Yeah.
right, is
Because I've always held it the very same.
Mhm.
Because that's how I was taught by Dad, right? I mean,
Yeah,
hold
absolutely.
it like you can, like a feather, as you very, like easy, so
Yeah.
you can do your wrist. You don't have any problem with it. The problem is every time I get ready to go, like my friends have noticed, I go like that
Yeah.
because I'm ready to kill it,
Yeah.
right? Or if I do happen to keep it good, by the time I get back to there, I'm ready to kill it.
Yeah.
So if I'm ready to kill it before, maybe that's better.
Well, I think it's
You know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the big thing is that you realize that with this soft grip, you're going to need something to close it. So we instinctively kind of do that
Yeah.
just a little bit,
Yeah.
right? And I think if we can just feel like we've got a straight face down there at the bottom, and I get a good grip on it, then I'm going to be able to control it,
Yeah.
right? And the big controls are right here for the
Yeah.
face, right? So if I had something, I can really control that.
Yeah.
Right? But if I put T's in your hands right here, they'd be all over the place
Yeah.
with a soft grip. But if I put a nice tight grip in there, I can control
Yeah.
that face.
Yeah,
Right? And
Love
that's
it.
important.
love it.
Okay?
Very good. Very good.
All right. So, any
So one,
questions?
one of the things on my driver, we're not gonna hit any because I'm not gonna put you through that mess again.
I'm not
But
worried.
one of the things that on my driver,
Yeah.
again, I was having all these issues. So, and some of what we talked about today probably is the case, including the grip, was when I set up, I'm setting it up like this,
Mhm.
and then I read something, no offense to you,
No problem. I love it.
that take this hand and go down and touch your knee and then come into it like that. You're going to be behind the ball and you're going to be where you need to be behind the ball, and you're going to be, because you're touching this, your shoulders are likely going to be parallel to the
Yeah.
line.
Yep.
And then when you go back,
Yeah.
you know, all that.
I absolutely love that. That's part of my routine. So
Okay.
if you watch me, this is what I do. As I come on in there, I get like this, here, here. Last thing I do is I run my hand right along the bottom of my hand, just like that.
Okay.
I've done that since I was probably 12 years old.
Okay.
So I absolutely love that part. It gets your shoulders in a good position.
Yeah. I felt it does. I was always wondering how much do I tilt, and I was reading something on, I don't know, whatever. I had Pinterest, and I get freaking dog shit.
Yeah, I love
freaking
that,
day.
man.
And so I was reading it go, and it was somebody, I forget who it was, anyway, it doesn't really matter. And they said, you know, how do you know how something about make sure your hip and your shoulder tilt is correct.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is an easy little thing to do that puts you generally in the right position every time, and you don't have to think about it.
Correct.
And I do feel very strong in that position. I feel really super strong. And when I started doing that, when I felt like I was getting a ton more power behind the ball.
Yes.
And I was hitting it further, and I was getting it, like I said, the Cleveland Heights driving range is 230 something, and I was easily getting it to roll past 225.
Perfect.
And for me, old guy, that's good. And I feel
Yeah.
like I didn't even perfect that yet.
Yeah.
And I knew I was coming here. I knew there was a couple of things.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just
Well,
I just wanted to go
I
over
do
it.
like the idea, you know, you do a great job of getting that, but you're absolutely right. Our hip, right, our swing is going to get dictated by what our hips do a little bit.
Right.
So you notice like with guys with irons, they kind of get that left side here, and it's much more of a downward strike,
Right.
right? When you see the guys with the driver, it's up, and then they have their weight kind of back just a
Yeah,
little bit,
exactly.
right?
That forces you to do that.
Correct.
So, you know, you can't do this if you go like this.
Correct.
So I feel like you are in a tremendously powerful position to hit up and through. And I notice when I do that, I'm getting a wonderful upward trajectory.
Perfect. Perfect.
And-
We're hitting it so low that the other time, right?
And I'm getting a ton of roll.
Yes. Yes.
So anyway, I just wanted to go over that with you,
Good.
make sure I wasn't
But I think
doing
that-
something to get myself into bigger trouble.
No, but I think the big thing is for us today, as I said, grip. Don't be afraid to really get that grip strong.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll work on that.
That's
I'll
going
work
to
on-
control
yeah.
your club face quite a bit. I wouldn't worry so much about the speed because you've got more than enough power.
I feel like I do, actually.
Yes.
I feel like I do. I feel like, you know, I without too much effort, I can get my 7-iron in a real situation, 150 without too much. I don't really think I have to power my irons too much.
Gotcha.
Obviously, I want to hit my woods well, but what I really don't want to do is duck hook. That's the thing that just actually makes me crazy.
Yeah.
And it was making me absolutely crazy because I couldn't stop it. So I think you've helped me with that.
Good.
I will report back.
Please do. Send me some videos of what you're working on, like out there on the range. If you got the old cell phone,
Yeah,
take some videos. Let me see what you're
I'll-
kind of
I'll
doing,
try to remember to
and
do
tell
that.
me how the don't be afraid to strengthen up that grip. Keep it at about a 7.
Yeah.
Right, and
Yeah.
that's going to control the club face a lot more than
Yeah.
a 5, where the clubs kind of slipping and flipping around in our hands a lot.
You know, all the stuff we've talked about, like I've said before, is that you have methodically, one by one, addressed the myths of golf. That I have methodically, one by one, over the years, thought that was the right way to do it.
Yeah.
The myths were the right way to do it. And it has totally screwed my game up. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, dispelling myths are, you get a lot of that old school, teaching. But the big thing is, Mike, you got to understand is that what was good for yesteryear isn't good for today because the technology has changed so much. The game has changed, right?
I agree with that to a point,
Mhm.
but if you still have bad mechanics, it doesn't matter what your technology is. I still want to hit the ball straight. Whether you were hitting with a persimmon wood or whether you're hitting with a high-tech wood,
Yeah,
if your mechanics aren't right, it doesn't matter. You're still going to duck hook it.
correct.
That's that's where I feel like I was just
You're
losing.
gonna get a little bit more forgiveness with the new technology
Yeah,
compared to the old persimmon wood,
Right.
But let's put it this way: when you have the old persimmon wood, the idea of distance wasn't nearly as much as it was. Let's get it in the fairway,
That's
right?
right.
So it kind of controls the body a little bit,
Right.
right? And once we've gotten to this new technology, we feel like I can get away with a little
Now all of a
bit
sudden
more.
your body, yeah.
Yeah, you
No,
know.
you're right about that.
So,
You're really right about that.
so that's
Good.
what we got there.
Good.
Okay.
All right, brother. Always.
Hey, I
thank
love
you.
it, man.
I appreciate
Keep it up,
you so
man.
much. Every time I walk out of here, I'm happy. Well, almost. The one time before the last one, I wasn't happy because we moved on my driver and it sucked.
I know.
But you got me back in control. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Thanks a
Have
lot.
a good one.
Have a
I'll
good
get
one.
that video out to you.
All right. Stay.
Yes, sir.